March 25, 1975. Inside the royal palace in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, a routine diplomatic meeting was taking place. The King of Saudi Arabia, one of the most powerful and respected leaders in the Muslim world, was welcoming guests as he always did, calmly, warmly, and respectfully. But within seconds, the palace would turn into a scene of chaos, fear, and tragedy. A man stepped forward to greet the king. He bowed politely, then suddenly pulled out a gun and fired multiple shots at point-blank range. The victim was King Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, a leader who transformed Saudi Arabia and challenged global superpowers. But the biggest shock was yet to come. Killer was not a foreign enemy. He was the king's own nephew. This is the true story of King Faisal, his rise, his leadership, and the tragic assassination that changed Middle Eastern history forever. Early life of King Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud was born in 1906 in Riyadh. He was the son of Abdulaziz Al Saud, founder of modern Saudi Arabia. From a very young age, Faisal showed intelligence, discipline, and strong religious values. Unlike many royal children, his childhood was filled with responsibility and learning. He studied Islamic teachings, politics, and diplomacy, preparing himself for leadership. At just 13 years old, Faisal was already representing his father in international meetings. He traveled to Europe and met global leaders, gaining diplomatic experience at an age when most children were still in school. These early experiences shaped Faisal into a serious and visionary leader. Rise to power. King Faisal officially became the ruler of Saudi Arabia in 1964 after political tensions led to the removal of his brother, King Saud. When Faisal took power, Saudi Arabia was still developing. The country had oil wealth, but lacked strong infrastructure, education systems, and modern institutions. Faisal immediately started reforms that changed the nation forever. He focused on expanding education, especially for women, improving healthcare systems, strengthening the economy, developing modern cities and infrastructure, building strong diplomatic relationships worldwide. His reforms faced resistance from conservative groups, especially when he introduced education for girls. But Faisal believed education was necessary for national growth. Despite opposition, he stood firm and successfully modernized the country. The oil power and global influence, King Faisal became internationally famous during the 1973 Arab-Israeli War. During this conflict, Faisal made a historic decision. He used Saudi Arabia's oil as a political weapon, stopped oil exports to countries supporting Israel, including the United States and Western nations. This decision shocked the world. Oil prices skyrocketed globally, causing economic crises. In many countries, suddenly, the world realized Saudi Arabia's massive power in global energy markets. Faisal became a hero across the Muslim world. Many people admired him for standing up for Palestinian rights and challenging powerful Western countries. However, his bold decisions also created enemies and tensions. Political pressure and internal tensions. While Faisal was admired internationally, not everyone supported him. Within the royal family, some members disagreed with his strict policies and modernization programs. Others believed his political stance against Western powers was too risky. At the same time, the Middle East was facing instability, wars, and political struggles. Faisal was balancing global pressure while maintaining stability inside Saudi Arabia. No one knew that danger was already growing within the royal family itself. The day of the assassination, March 25, 1975, the royal palace in Riyadh was hosting official visitors. Among them was Kuwait's oil minister, who had come for diplomatic discussions. As part of royal tradition, King Faisal personally greeted each guest. The atmosphere was calm and formal. Suddenly, Prince Faisal bin Musaid Al Saud approached the king. He was the son of King Faisal's brother, making him the king's nephew. The prince stepped forward as if to greet his uncle. The king leaned forward politely, expecting a respectful greeting. But in a horrifying moment, Prince Faisal bin Musaid pulled out a handgun and fired multiple shots directly at the king's Head and neck, the palace instantly erupted into panic. Security guards rushed forward and quickly arrested the prince. Meanwhile, doctors attempted to save the king. Despite emergency treatment, King Faisal died shortly afterward from his injuries. The news spread across the world. Within hours, the Muslim world entered mourning. Global reaction: King Faisal's assassination shocked millions of people worldwide. Leaders from across the globe expressed grief and respect. Many Muslim countries declared days of mourning. Citizens gathered in large numbers to pray for their fallen leader. For many Saudis, Faisal was not just a king. He was a symbol of unity, strength, and progress. His funeral became one of the most emotional moments in Saudi history. Why did the prince kill him? The biggest question remained. Why would a royal family member assassinate his own uncle? Several explanations emerged during investigations. 1. Revenge theories. Some reports suggested that the prince wanted revenge for his brother, Prince Khalid bin Musaid, who had been killed by Saudi security forces years earlier during protests against government policies. 2. Personal mental instability. Other reports claimed the assassin had mental health issues. Witnesses described him as unstable and emotionally troubled. 3. Political conspiracies. Some conspiracy theories suggested foreign involvement or political motivations. However, no solid evidence ever confirmed these claims. To this day, the exact motive remains debated among historians. Trial and execution. After the assassination, Prince Faisal bin Musaid was immediately arrested and put on trial. The investigation was quick and strict. The Saudi government wanted justice and stability after such a shocking crime. The prince was found guilty of murder. In June 1975, just 3 months after the assassination, he was publicly executed in Riyadh. The execution was meant to demonstrate that no one, not even a royal family member, was above the law. The legacy of King Faisal after his death. King Faisal's impact remains powerful. He is remembered for modernizing Saudi Arabia, strengthening Islamic unity, expanding education nationwide, using oil as a political tool, supporting global Muslim causes. Many institutions, universities, and awards today are named after him. Honoring his contributions, King Faisal is widely respected as one of the most influential leaders in Saudi Arabian history. Historical impact. The assassination of King Faisal created major political and emotional consequences. His death raised concerns about security within royal families and political stability in the Middle East. His successor, King Khalid, continued many of Faisal's policies. But many historians believe Faisal's leadership style was unique and difficult to replace. The assassination also reminded the world that even the most powerful leaders can face danger from unexpected sources. Emotional closing. King Faisal lived as a leader who believed in faith, progress, and unity. He stood strong against global pressure and worked tirelessly to transform his nation. Yet his life ended tragically. Not in war, not by foreign enemies, but by betrayal from within his own family. History remembers King Faisal as a brave reformer, a visionary ruler, and a symbol of courage. His story is not just about power and politics. It is a reminder that leadership often comes with great sacrifice, and even today, decades after his death, his legacy continues to shape Saudi Arabia and inspire millions across the Muslim world.